making sense, you rotten book, or you're gonna be sorry. Maybe I'll rip your pages out one by one, or maybe I'll put you in the goddamn furnace. How can someone with such a big smart brain get hypnotized like a little bitch, huh? Oh, Shadow Lord, I love you, Shadow Lord. Come over here and give Vice a big sloppy kiss, Shadow Lord. Now pull your head out of your goddamn ass and start fucking helping us!
Welcome back to Tuning Gaming, guys. This is Diamond in the Rough, where we go and find underplayed games, play them, and tell you whether or not they're worth picking up. They're nice and cheap. Get them out of bargain bins. We get them out of trade and save programs.
Crazy new stores.
Crazy new stores we just found today.
It was awesome.
Super awesome.
Every game ever.
Every system. Everything you can think of.
Sega Genesis, they got it.
They got like 20. They got 20 of them.
It was nice.
Anyway, so we actually already did a review of this game. But it didn't really turn out. Didn't like it too much. And in the time that it took for us to, film it, edit it, realize that it wasn't really up to par with what we wanted, this guy took it home and actually played it a lot longer than what we would normally do.
Another like 25 hours worth.
Yeah. Whereas
just
we would normally only do maybe an hour or two, just to get an immediate feel of it and then tell you what our thoughts are off of the first little bit. But seeing as he took it home, beat it,
and then played through again,
to
get the other ending.
Yeah,
there are like 5 endings you can get.
He's gonna. I didn't see it. He's gonna talk about a little bit more than what we would normally say. So hopefully it's a little more enjoyable for you. And I'm sure by now that you've realized that according to Mr. Zach over here, you should definitely go pick this game up.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
So this is an awesome game. First of all, we'll start with just the way it looks and the feel of the game is amazing. Obviously Square Enix always does a great job with the landscapes. It was just beautifully made, really slick game, especially for when they came out in 2010, like 3 years ago. Really well done. I didn't like that you can't swim. If you fall in the water, you would like wash up on shore somewhere. It's kind of a pain in the ass. But other than that, and the water looked really nice though. Like I wanted to go for a swim. This is like really beautiful water. No. But yeah, so the landscape was really nice, scenery was great, really beautiful game. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
It was really pretty, as most Square Enix games are.
Yeah.
I mean, you're running around in a free roam world in Square Enix, you got a lot to look at, and it's very...
I think I looked at like half the stuff there is that's worth looking at.
Yeah.
After like 25 hours.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was really cool. There were times when the game would get kind of repetitive because you've got like, I don't know, kind of 2 main areas that branch off of the main area, then you've got a couple areas that branch off those areas, but you have to run through them each a couple times. Other than that, I found the game very enjoyable. The storyline was really good. At the beginning, it kind of gets off to a slow start. It's kind of predictable, and you got this daughter, and she's super sick, so you're like, yo, stay home, I'm gonna go do some things, and then I'll pick you up a book from the library and read your bedtime story or whatever, because I'm a cool dad. So, you run off to the library, you talk to this popular girl, she's like running the library, she's like, hey, I've got these things that you can go do. I'm like, awesome. So I go do these things, and I come back, tell Pablo it's all done, and I fucking go down the stairs, and who else is there but my fucking daughter just chilling in the library, like, what did I tell you? I'm gonna get you a book from the library. Stay in bed, you're sick. So she's just there.
I think she's faking it though, because that cough she's using.
Oh, it's a forced cough. Listen, I didn't think she was really sick until I started seeing like black stuff crawl over her skin. I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe something's up with you. Take her easy for a little bit. But yeah, so that happened and I was kind of pissed off. And then, so you take her home, and it's like the next day, and you go back to the library and talk to Pablo, she's got more jobs for you. And you go out, go to the field, you hack up some sheep.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Sheep hacking.
Dude, the sheep. Okay.
Get it down to a science.
Best part of the game, hands down. And don't let this make you think the rest of the game is bad, because this is the most fun I've had in a video game for a very long time. You fucking kill these sheep, and it's like, you gotta hack them like 4 times, because you're super low level, you do like no damage. And it's a sheep, and it's got like no health. You gotta hit it like 4 times. And the first hit like stuns it, and then you got to get a couple more hits in before it can run away because they're real fast sheep. Like as fast as this guy runs,
which is real fast.
He's stupid fast. Like he just fucking gives her
all the time.
100% of the time. He runs less fast when he has a weapon out. It's like you got to put your weapon away to actually catch the sheep if it runs away, which is a pain in the ass. But man, when you kill these sheep, they've got the coolest little death scene. It's like you hit them and they kind of like stop. And then they pop up into the air on their side and like fall. And it's the most dramatic death scene for a sheep I have ever seen in my life.
You've seen a lot of sheep death scenes.
Oh, dude, tons, man. You ever play Spyro? Fucking tons of death scenes for sheep in Spyro.
That's true.
They had some good ones. But yeah, so that was really fun. I really enjoyed it. I actually killed more sheep than I needed to, because I was having a good time. So that happened, and then you get back to the library, and you find out that the little girl was looking for flowers that she thinks are going to cure her, because there's like a magic story about them, and it's not true, obviously, because they're just flowers. But like, and then she finds out that apparently they grow near the Lost Temple. And Papa was like, yeah, I totally told her they're by the Lost Temple, but I told her not to leave town, because she totally listens to everything people tell her. So what do I fucking do? I go home, and she ain't there. Where the fuck do you think she is? Fucking Lost Temple, damn right.
You're really worked up about this.
Man, it was bullshit. Doesn't listen to a thing anybody says. Would have solved so many problems. Although the game would have ended after day 2. So, yeah, that was kind of... Obviously, you could kind of see it coming after the first time where she just leaves the house after you don't see her, and you kind of like, you just know, like, she's going to go to the Lost Temple and, like, it happens, whatever. But after that, the story, like, just fucking twists and turns fucking all over the place. And it was awesome. I was really impressed with the story. There were a couple times where it's like, you had an idea of where you were going to go and why you were going to go there. And it just kind of came up and you're like, yeah, that makes sense. And then this is going to happen. And you kind of had an idea. But things would happen in between that would like, totally throw you off. It was great. And like the end of the game blew my mind. Because you have these preconceived concepts about the world and everything that's going on, and it just shatters them. It's mind blowing.
Right.
You'll be excited if you ever play through it. It's fucking great. Just A+. So yeah, that was really cool. Fucking what else do I want to talk about?
Let's talk about how it is very, very similar in gameplay to Lego Zelda.
Yeah.
Very, very similar. Even the camera angles and stuff are pretty dead on.
Yeah, like and it had those weird camera angles where like you walk into a building and then it would go like side scroll.
Yeah, like in your home you'd be side scrolling.
Yeah.
Still full like 3D animation and stuff, but you'd side scroll. You'd go down the stairs and then you'd pop out on another side scroller and then come out. Then there'd be the overhead dungeon crawler ones.
Yeah, and those were kind of interesting.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm not as big a fan of them as Zach is, but it was definitely a neat play on something like that. You don't really expect it in a game like that, but it worked. It wasn't terrible.
Definitely.
But yeah, you're like looking over, and then you're crawling through, different rooms and dungeons.
And like later on in the game, there's an entire dungeon that's done with the overhead, and it was really well done.
You got to collect keys to get through doors, like very, very Zelda-ish, and you're crawling through dungeons and stuff. So,
which if you're gonna take from a game, take from Zelda. It's one of the best games of all time. Like,
got a book that thick, the anthologies.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It is.
The camera angles and stuff again, very much like a God of War, for example, where the animators really want you to appreciate what they've done, right? So there's this one scene that I remember from when we played, where you're going down this rope bridge, and then you've got the big temple coming up, and then as you're running down the bridge, it pans out, and then eventually you just see like the whole surroundings of the dungeon and everything. Yeah. So like they really want you to appreciate, hey, look what we did. Check it out. Yeah. And in this game it worked, at least again for the parts that I saw. I don't know if maybe later on.
There were a couple other parts where they did it, and it was nicely done.
Yeah. But I know that a lot of people didn't like that in God of War, especially because you would still be fighting while the camera was panning out.
Yeah,
did that happen?
It didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
They didn't have it during any
combat. So it was entirely for aesthetics and for visuals. So that's cool. Because it certainly is super annoying in God of War. I mean, I still appreciated it in God of War, but when you're, you know, fighting a group of monsters and you can't see what the hell you're doing, that's an issue.
Yeah, that's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't die.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Another cool feature I found in the game actually that I don't think we got to in our time, but you can actually start a garden, and it's kind of neat because you know you need money. So you go and you don't get to do it until after you do a side quest for this lady, and you go get her some seeds from her town and you bring them back, and she's like, hey, here's some seeds. Go start your own garden. So you start a garden in your place and you plant it like whatever because you collect seeds. There's items you like pick up through the game, and then you can go plant them, and you can like harvest them and water them, and then you go sell them, and it's nice. It's a nice way to earn some extra money. Yeah,
Sweet.
money's good.
Yeah.
I like money. I've
Cool.
got like 300 grand in my game right now.
There you go.
It's like Matt Skrill.
Selling seeds, man.
Oh yeah.
Or plant seeds.
Yeah.
Not seeds by the time they
Well, because what you do is you get the ones that are like the bell pepper seeds, because then you get like 5 bell peppers off your vine, and they all sell at like $2.50.
There you go.
And then you got like 50
Making
plus.
Skrill.
Dude, so much Skrill. I wish I had a garden and I could sell bell pepper for
Rouge
$250.
McDuck up in that garden.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just mad monies.
So, like I said, do you have anything else you want to touch on?
Let's quickly touch on the multiple endings.
Okay.
Because I think that's a pretty cool feature. Adds some replay value for sure. What happens is you play through the game once and you get your ending. And that's just the ending that you get when you play through the game first. But then it gives you the option to reload that file, and you start playing from well after halfway through the game, and it adds a lot of backstory for one of your companions, and you learn a lot about her and her life growing up. And I found it really interesting, and you kind of, because like there's a lot of things going on in the game where you're like, what the shit's happening with her? Like, why is she like this? What's going on? And a lot of that is explained, and then you get a slightly different ending at the end of it, and you can actually do that. Like, there's 5 endings you can get. I've only done the first 2. To get the third one, you have to collect all the weapons, which I haven't gotten around to doing, so I haven't obviously gotten the third ending yet. But I read it, read what they all are, and it's pretty interesting. So I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a cool feature for
Definitely.
sure.
Yeah, something that I'd like to see more in more games.
And as you go on, I think you mentioned that you stay your level, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you're just ripping through these things because
Oh,
you're
yeah.
just rocking them.
It's mostly for a story. Like I got up to like level 26 or 27 through my first playthrough, and then I reloaded like back here, and I'm still level 27, and then I got up to like level 32 by the time I finished it, and I'm just ripping through bosses in like 30 seconds.
So it's just purely for story.
It's
about
pretty
that
much for
point.
story, and you can do it really quickly in like 2 to 3 hours probably.
Cool.
Yeah, so
Sweet.
really cool.
All right. That's it.
That's it.
That's
That's all
it?
I got. Yeah.
All right. So quite clearly, this is a diamond in the rough.
Sure.
This one we picked up at EB Games.
Yeah, EB Games.
And it was only like what,
$7.
$7?
Yeah, really
Yeah.
cheap.
Through their recycle and save program again.
Great program.
Again, through EB Games, you can get the disc protection, which is only like an extra $2 if you want.
Yeah. And you can always return the games after 30 days.
30 days you can return them. So yeah, definitely check this one out.
For
Once I get it back from him, maybe I'll try it out. Who knows?
I think you should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, down in the rough for sure. Nier by Square Enix. Go check it out.
Yeah.
Go check it out. Anyway, yeah. So thanks for tuning in. Now that we're actually up and running, why don't you check out that little like box down at the bottom there? Maybe leave us some.
Maybe the subscribe box.
Yeah, the subscribe button. Click it,
yeah.
that. Maybe leave us some comments. Maybe you don't like Zach's hair. That's too bad. We can't change it, but let us know.
We can.
Well, we can.
We could dye it.
Yeah, we've done it before.
Or I
It's
could go
weird.
bald. I had blonde hair once. It was really weird.
Yeah, we're
I
not
didn't know
probably
back
not
then.
going to do
No,
that.
we're not going to do that.
No. But yeah, leave us some suggestions. Maybe you know some games that we should check out.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Head on over to MF and Vlogs, which is a shared vlog site that we use between TuneIn Gaming and MF and Gaming. We got some cool stuff up on there. We just posted today, actually,
It was a very exciting video.
Yeah, today's our launch day. This will come out much later than our launch day.
Yeah.
But today, the day of this recording, is the day we launched our channel. So that's some sweet shit right there. And our vlog is very exciting
Yes.
about that.
It's my first vlog ever, so that alone.
That alone is worth the check out.
Gotta see it.
We're in my car. It's a great time.
Oh, but we almost crashed.
once,
Spoiler alert.
and it wasn't even that bad. I was just kind of hit one of those little nubs in the road.
Yeah, on the highway.
Well, you know, I drive it every day.
Yeah, okay.
It's fine.
It's fair enough.
And then, yeah, go over and check out our partner group at MF and Gaming. They got some bunch of stuff coming up. They got unboxings, they got Let's Plays, they got battle zones and all kinds of cool stuff.
Anything you could want from a gaming channel, they got it.
It's over there. But, you know, check us out too. We're rad also.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah. Alright, thanks for tuning in, guys.